more candid shots. Kind of depends on your personality. And then your headline gives an idea of what it is that you are wanting to do and what it is that you're studying. So in this case, it says econ major and aspiring financial analyst. I love when they put in something like aspiring or seeking to be or passionate about as a part of the headline to give people a sense of what it is that you are interested in doing professionally. Down below, you get into the summary area. The summary area gives an idea of where you are in school, what you're studying, and why you're studying it. One of the things I like about this example is it says, as an economics major, I'm fascinated by the invisible forces that shape our world. Why does one company succeed and another fail? Is it possible to predict which idea will be the next big thing? And so what he's doing is he's showing his passion and interest in the field of economics so that people can get a sense of he has a deep passion for it. And then as you go along, you'll see the experiences, things like organizations added, different education experiences, volunteer experiences, skills and expertise, and now skills and expertise. When you add things like different software tools to this is what we talked about a couple of weeks ago in class. You'll be able to take a certification test from LinkedIn to prove that you not only say you have skills in something like a Microsoft Word or an Excel or PowerPoint or something like that, but that you actually passed their tests. Any honors, awards, and achievements, specific courses, and I think it's important to give a little bit of a description of those courses, and then any projects you do or have done in class. You can also look for recommendations as well. And when it comes to projects, remember the projects don't have to be paid projects. They can be unpaid projects that you've done pro bono or pay for class, outside of class, doesn't matter. So I want to really quick show you some examples from LinkedIn of what you can look at. So this is Quinton Alums, a gentleman that I know from Milwaukee. And what you'll see is a good cover image here and a photo. And his is a little bit different. His is a little bit farther back. He's become known for wearing this hat. And you can see I make brands and people more money through videos and story. DM me for more info. Follow me for more content at #JustQ. So he's very impersonal, more casual, I should say. But what you can see is this image, this overall image shows what he does and what he offers. So you can put this kind of content above. And then as you work your way down, you'll see his articles and activities, that he has 32,000 followers, what his experience is, and he's 20, I think he just turned 26, but he started this company about 18 months ago. I've mentioned him before. You'll see different work experiences that he does. And as you go down, different licenses and certifications, as well as skills and endorsements that he has, and then recommendations from different people, accomplishments and awards, as well as interests. Another example from his company is this gentleman. No, that's not him. Here we go. No, no, no. Let me go here just to show you some similarities. So Eric works at the company. He's a co-founder, and you can see that he has a very, very similar overview on his photo. Examples of what he does. Again, his headline: co-founder, public speaker, Twitch streamer, and YouTuber. You can see he has a passion for video as well. A little bit more of a candid type shot, still professional but candid type. And you can list out what types of services you're providing if you're doing any side hustles. And then as you work your way down, again, looking at the about, seeing what he is about and how he describes himself. In his case, one of the things he has is how I can help you. And I really like that because it might give how I can help your business. You know, I've got experience studying this. Did an internship doing this. I've got work experience doing this. And basically it's very similar to like a job interview, and pointing out different questions and answers and services that he has. He has almost 16,000 followers, trending up to 16,000 followers. But again, you'll see similar layout for experience on the way down. You'll see that he's a streamer, that he talks about being a streamer on Twitch. He lists that as something he has experience with. And then you get into the recommendations, excuse me, interests and hashtags. Here's another example. This is a friend of mine who owns a inbound marketing company in Milwaukee. She does a lot of speaking. So you can see her photos are of her on stage speaking, B2B SaaS marketer. So if you don't know what that is, you probably aren't in her audience of ideal clients. And the way she writes her about section is she talks about, it all started in 1986 in Lansing, Michigan. Well, I'm kidding, but, and then she goes on very, very personal in her writing style, which you can certainly do. She has 36,000 followers. A couple of other examples that I want to show you. One other example actually is this gentleman. He's 19 years old, and he started doing different work with video and helping people work and understand how to use video more effectively. So he does it as his side hustle. And so you can see, again, taking advantage of this space, and you can use a tool like Canva to do that. And then a picture of him in action rather than like a standard photo. So he has 21,000 followers. And again, look through and see how he and other people are describing their work experiences and what they do. One thing I want to point out of something you can do is if you log into your own profile, you'll notice up here in the menu bar that I have, instead of a weird long name, I have my name with 1294 behind it because Don Stanley was not available. If you want to get a succinct LinkedIn address and you don't want some big, weird, confusing address, you go into your account and you can click on this option here, Edit Public Profile and URL. If you select that, what you'll see is you'll be able to go in and you'll be able to modify what your personalized URL would be. So if you want to change that to something, obviously the best is to get it to your actual name, but if the actual name is not available, looking for an opportunity to get something that's relatively close to your name. The last thing that I wanted to share was this one, which is the opportunity to do job search. So if you go to linkedin.com/jobs, another thing you can do is you can start searching specific jobs as well as searching different locations you're interested in. LinkedIn will pay attention to different things you've listed and done, and it'll give you recommendations as far as job searches, and it'll also show you different opportunities that are in the area that you might be interested in. You can let them know if they're close, if they're off, and if so, they'll start to modify their algorithm to be able to connect with you with jobs that you might be looking for in terms of your specific field and specific area. So that's just a little bit of extra on LinkedIn. I'll show you one more tool here, just 6 simple items from LinkedIn. Pay attention to. You'll see the LinkedIn says if you add a professional photo, you're 14 more times likely to have your profile viewed. If you write a good headline, which we talked about, thinking about different ways you can explain what it is that you do. That's where, going back to this, we can use that headline hacks as a model. Looking at a compelling summary, so giving a summary of what you do and thinking of using different keywords that are valuable and would be helpful to somebody who's looking at your profile and considering hiring you. And then when you put in details about your past work experiences rather than just your jobs, you have 12 times more likely that your position, that your account will be, that your profile, excuse me, will be viewed than somebody who has just one listed. So definitely pays dividends to do that. Making sure you can add some skills and endorsements, and this is where LinkedIn now has the opportunity to, as I mentioned earlier, get some certifications. And last but not least, don't forget to include volunteer experiences. It gives some high value insight into who you are and what it is that you do. So that's some extra tips and insights on LinkedIn. I hope you find this helpful as you work on continuing to build up and build out your LinkedIn profile and make your LinkedIn profile and LinkedIn account a valuable asset and resource for yourself. Thanks.